Hello friends, welcome back to my channel again. Today we are going to discuss about animal cells. Our whole body is made up from cells, so we must know the different organelles inside the cell and what are their functions, how they work. We must know that. So we are going to discuss all these things in this video. First we will see what is cells. Cell is a structural and functional unit of our body. Whatever the different biological activity occurs in our body, so basic units of that all activity is cell. There are two types of cell in organisms, all living organisms, prokaryotics and eukaryotics. Pro means before and karyotics means nucleus. Before developing the nucleus, that cell is known as a prokaryotes. These types of cells are very simple and their structure is very simple. These types of cells mainly found in the bacteria. Eukaryotes means true, karyotes means nucleus. Proper well developed nucleus is present in such cells. These cells are mainly present in highly developed organisms like animals, plants. In human being, eukaryotic cells are present. There is a difference between both, only the nucleus. In eukaryotics, well-developed nucleus and the structure of cell is very complicated. And in prokaryote cells, the nucleus is not well-developed. So here we are going to discuss about eukaryote cells. That means the animal cell. This is the structure of animal cell. Inside the animal cell, there are different organelles like mitochondria, rough endoplasmic reticulum, nucleus, smooth endoplasmic reticulum, and the small round structure lysosomes. Very minute structures is known as ribosomes, Golgi apparatus, vacuoles. This is a structure of animal cell. Now we see the different organelles inside the cells. There are 14 to 15 organelles present inside the cell, but in this video I am going to explain only the 7 important organelles inside the cell, because in this video I have covered the different short answer questions like what is the functions of nucleus, why mitochondria is called as a powerhouse of cell, why lysosome is called as a suicidal bags, and what is the functions of ribosomes. So I have covered only these 7 important organelles in this video. We will discuss that nucleus, mitochondria, and endoplasmic reticulum, lysosome, ribosome, Golgi apparatus, cytosol and cytoskeleton in this video one by one. This is the structure of nucleus. Nucleus is the biggest organelle inside the cell. It's occupied near about 10% volume of the cell. It's present mainly the center of the cell. It's having outer membrane. That membrane is made up of a phospholipid. You can see in the diagram, and inside the nucleus there is nucleolus and chromatin. The outer membrane having small pores. That pores are very important to transport the genetic material like chromatin and all from inside to outside of the nucleus. So nucleus is a very main important organelle of the cell. Now we will discuss the functions of nucleus. Nucleus is responsible for cell division, protein synthesis and growth, and responsible for growth of cells because it stores the genetic material, hereditary material like DNA, RNA and proteins. So it's very important for hereditary characteristic of organism. It's also maintain a cellular metabolism by controlling the synthesis of different particular enzymes. So these are the functions of nucleus. Nucleus is responsible for growth, cell division, protein synthesis. It controls the hereditary characteristic. It stores genetic material like DNA, RNA, and it also stores protein and maintain the cellular metabolism. Next, our discussion topic is mitochondria. Mitochondria is also a very important part or organelles of the cell. Mitochondria is a rod-like organelle. It consists of four main parts. You can see in the diagram. This is a diagram of mitochondria. Mitochondria having inner membrane, outer membrane, and the inner membrane fold is called as a cristae, and the material inside that cristae is known as a matrix, and the space between internal and outer membrane is known as a membrane space. This is a simple structure of mitochondria. Mitochondria also played a very important role inside the cell. It's also mitochondria is known as a powerhouse of cell because it's provided energy to cell. For performing different functions inside the body, cell required energy from different proteins and all. Cell get energy, but actual mitochondria, what mitochondria does, it converts the nutrient and oxygen into the ATP. That ATP provided the actual energy to cells. Hence mitochondria is known as a powerhouse of cell because it releases the energy in the form of ATP by cellular respiration. Now is the endoplasmic reticulum. Endoplasmic reticulum, this structure is attached to the outer membrane of the nucleus. There are two types of endoplasmic reticulum. We can say ER shortly to the endoplasmic reticulum. Two types of ER, smooth ER and the rough ER. The difference between smooth and rough ER is the ribosomes are attached on the outer surface of the rough ER. Because of that ribosome, the structure of that ER become rough. And the double membrane, both having the double membrane, and inside that double membrane, smooth and rough both ER, inside that double membrane they form a sacs. That sacs is known as a cisternae, and that cisternae having a space. That space is very important for the protein synthesis. Means the outer membrane of the ER having, they form a sacs. The sacs is known as a cisternae, and the space between that cisternae is known as a cisternal space, and that inside that cisternal space protein synthesis occurs. When the protein synthesis occurs, what ER does, they pinch out that protein outside to the Golgi apparatus, and Golgi apparatus release that in the form of vesicles, and they transport to the outer membrane. So for the protein synthesis, endoplasmic reticulum play an important role. They also stores lipids. Now we see the Golgi apparatus. You have seen in the diagram, it's the vesicles, folded vesicles. It's a complex structure, vesicles like structure found in the cytoplasm of cell. As we discussed in before side, they are responsible for packaging of protein. When the proteins come from that ER, for further packaging of that protein, Golgi apparatus play an important role. That is play an important role in secretory pathway. Lysosome. Lysosomes are also important part of this cell, because when the number of unnecessary organelles increases in the cell, at that time what a lysosome does, lysosome engulfs that cells. It's a spherical structure that contain a hydrolytic enzyme inside that, and the membrane bound, they having a outer membrane. You can see in the diagram, lipid outer layer, and inside material, that is a hydrolytic enzyme mixture, and the outer membrane. That inside hydrolytic enzyme mixture is very important to play a role to lysosome. The main function of lysosome is destruction of dead cells organelle. Whatever the unnecessary organelles inside the cells, lysosome engulfs that or destruct that. Sometimes what happens, when the cell is not performing in their function, they become unnecessary. At that time lysosome engulf the whole cell. That process is known as autodialysis. Hence lysosome is called as a suicidal bag, because they engulf the unnecessary organelles inside the cell and destruct the whole cell also. with the help of autodialysis. Ribosome. These are the small particles present inside the cytoplasm of cell, and sometimes they are also found in the endoplasmic reticulum. They played an important role for the protein synthesis. You may have question in exam how the ribosomes play an important role in protein synthesis. So you have to write these things in that when the mRNA passes from nucleus to endoplasmic reticulum, their protein that inside that cisternal space there is a protein synthesis occur. But for the protein synthesis, amino acid strands is very important, because from amino acids protein formation occur. So what ribosome does? Ribosome form a amino acid strands and then pass that material to cisternal, and then the protein synthesis occur. So ribosomes are very important for the protein synthesis. And the last part of our discussion is cytosol. Cytosol is an intracellular fluid present inside the cell. It's a gel-like medium. It's having many components like enzyme, metabolites, and salt. The cellular matrix is known as a cytosols. So I hope friends, I have discussed here the all short answer questions, like many questions that are very helpful to us. So I hope you like my video. If you like my video, please subscribe my channel and share with your friends. Thanks for watching my video.